I'm louder.
I'm
good.
There we go. I think we're good here.
Yeah. The most important factor to a healthy well-being is feeling connected. Welcome to From There to Here,
a safe place where we will explore some of life's adventures so that you do not feel alone.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to From There to Here. As always, we like to get our Monday started off in a positive way. So we are going to ask the ultimate question: what is making us happy this week? What is in your heart lens, Jess?
And my heart lens this week is girls' golf night.
Ooh.
This week, we put our golf pro instructor on 2 chairs and we made him stand on them and shape his body. Well, we wanted him to be like a star, but he refused. And then we all put our hands up at him and praised him, and we just like to embarrass him. That's in my heart lens.
Embarrassing other people and then finding joy from it.
Yes, it was great fun.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You might be hearing a third person on the mic this episode. We are welcoming our good friend Shannon.
Hey.
Hi, Shannon. What's in your heart lens this week?
I taught a meditation class last night to a very good friend, and she was the only one who showed up to the class.
That's so awesome
it was
that
really
you
personal and intimate.
Yeah.
It was great.
That you got to do that. So fun. Okay, what's in my heart lens? I have really been mindful of changing my negative thoughts into positive thoughts. So this morning I woke up thinking, I have so much laundry to get done this week. I mean, piles and piles. Every single hamper in my house is overflowing with laundry.
Yeah.
So I know that I need to get that done this week. And I really don't like the process of folding and putting it away. I don't mind the washing and putting it from the washer to the dryer, but then it's from the dryer into drawers.
Yeah, that is the worst part.
Yeah. So I'm now going to change this mindset of hating laundry.
Let's hear it.
I know. I'm going to teach everybody how to do this today. I am lucky enough to actually be able to do the physical work of folding my clothes and putting them away. But also, I am lucky enough that I have the abundance of clothes that need to be put away.
Good point. Yeah. Look at all of these.
Right? I'm trying really hard this week. Judy commented on Facebook sharing her heart lens with us. Judy's grandsons, all 4 boys, bring lots of love and laughter to her every day. Her heart lens is overflowing with gratitude. Donna also shared her heart lens with us via Facebook. Donna is thankful for the beautiful weather we are having in Wisconsin. I would like to agree with Donna. I am so thankful.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
The shorts are coming out. The snow pants are being put away.
Tops the past 2 days.
Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you, Judy and Donna, for looking into your heart lens and sharing it with us this week. If you want to share your personal heart lens with us, we welcome you to leave a comment on our Facebook page or to email us at podcastfromtheretohere@gmail.com, and we will read these joys during upcoming episodes.
As my co-hosts referenced, we have a third microphone with us today. Our friend Shannon is with us, and she is here to share her journey with us as she too struggled with infertility.
It's a big word.
I'm saying it more and more, even in real life, not just into this microphone, I swear. And anyway, Shannon was an early childhood. Well, you were early childhood too, but you worked in elementary ages as well. We met Shannon working together as special education teachers. So I'm sitting here sandwiched, actually. I'm a Shannon sandwich, or
maybe.
I'm in the middle, anyways.
She's
a Shannon
the cheese
on each side of me. And I was thinking about it today on my drive here because you two used to share a door.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Work together.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
So I was kind of like, I mean, I wasn't being jealous, but I was kind of jealous. I'm like, they're having all the fun down the hall over there. Anyway,
So people had to start calling me Prosh because I got hired after the original Shannon.
Shannon EC,
Yeah.
as we called her.
Yep.
Anyways, we'll get on to topic here. But Shannon is here with us today, and we thought we would just start by asking her to tell us a little bit about your journey. Shannon?
Okay. I'm going to start kind of at the end first. I
Perfect.
have 3 beautiful kids now. I have a 9-year-old girl in 4th grade. I have a 7-year-old girl in 2nd grade and a 5-year-old in kindergarten. And I wished and hoped and dreamed for that for a really long time. My husband and I will also be sharing our 20th wedding anniversary.
Oh my gosh,
Yay!
no way.
I know, yeah.
20
years.
That's
20.
like really a long time.
I should be really old and gray, right? Instead of
Right,
this
no.
cool hip person
Yes.
that I am. Young and vibrant, not tired at all.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got married when we were 27 and didn't really think we wanted kids. And I remember early on having the conversation, we don't want to. We just want to party and have fun.
Well, you were 27.
We were 27, and I think I was in school at the time getting my master's, and I really wanted to change the world one kid at a time. And then I got pregnant on accident, and I miscarried rather quickly, and I was devastated. And then
So, like, your original plan was to not have kids.
Yeah.
And your plan changed then after the miscarriage, do you think?
I think so. I think because I decided that, or like you taught me that I felt there was a presence or a person or a being or something, and I didn't know if oops.
Like a spirit baby. I
like
think
a
we've
spirit
talked
baby.
about.
Yeah,
Right?
so-
Like kind of hanging around, but
Yeah, and I would have dreams of different kids, and my dreams were always of redheaded boys, which I never had any of. But that started, and we were living in Minnesota at the time, and we started going to all these doctors and had all these well-wishers telling me to just chill out and calm down and you'll be fine.
And
Yeah.
what and we have said in a past podcast, you say, shut up.
Yeah, and I didn't. And the one thing going through all of that and in between all of that, then I was going to school full time and working full time, and then we moved to Wisconsin, and then we really started hot and heavy on some of the different fertility treatments. Like I think we did IUI. I don't even remember all the terms anymore.
right.
So they never, when you were going to the doctors, they never said you can't get pregnant, or like what was the trouble area?
Nobody could find anything wrong. I had all the tests Western medicine I feel had to offer, and nobody could find anything wrong with my insides for whatever reason.
And they were strictly focused on you.
Well, we did test Eric's.
Okay.
Yeah, Eric's little swimmers were also tested, and those came out.
Those were swimming the right direction.
I think so.
And
I mean-
speeds and the right numbers of them.
Yeah.
I never knew there were so many things that you can actually test about sperm.
To actually create a human, millions of things have to go right, and if one of
Yes.
those things trips or
Yep.
hiccups or
There's a
it's the
glitch in
wrong-
any way.
Yeah, so many different things can happen.
Right.
And I do believe I got pregnant a second time when I was doing acupuncture with Michelle. I think the same
Yeah.
place. Well, it was a different place, but the same woman. And
I think all three of us have
Yes.
seen this woman
Yes.
for
yeah,
For acupuncture.
because it was going to make us pregnant.
it was. And I remember just feeling so.
It never made me or
No.
You never did?
No.
Yeah, I did, but then miscarried.
Early
that
on
as well.
again?
Yeah,
Okay.
early on again. And at that point, she had an office on the Isthmus here in Madison, and there were a few other women families going through the same thing. And we somehow found each other and banded together and spent a good year to 2 years together helping each other.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you their names now.
Sure.
But at that
but
point
at
in
that
your life,
point-
you needed that support
I
system.
do. And in one of your episodes, you talked about community and how important that was. And at that point in my life, I am so grateful that I had those other families and women who could help with that. And I think out of the 10 of us, 2 didn't get pregnant. And then years later, I ended up getting pregnant naturally. And the other woman never did. most of them got pregnant, I believe, through IVF or in vitro. IVF.
Yeah, IVF.
Do you know if they adopted the other ones or
I cannot remember.
Not had kids. Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting how strangers going through the same challenges as you can become some of your closest people in a way.
Yeah.
I know I messaged with people on Facebook, and even now I message with one woman on Facebook here and there, and we follow each other because we both have adopted a son now, and it's just interesting how those things can really bring people together.
Yeah, well, because you need to be able to chat with someone else about it if there's something that comes up
that can relate.
And yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how many rounds of IUI did you do? So for those of you that might not know what IUI is, I like to
Turkey baster.
Yes, the layman terms is the turkey baster. The male has to go in, give his sperm in a cup. They turkey baster it up and put it into the woman's vagina, and boom, a baby is made. Right? No, that doesn't happen.
It's not exactly how it happened here. No. How about you?
No, and it hurt. I just remember being. It didn't hurt, but it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, so many reasons that was uncomfortable.
Right.
I think we did 3.
Okay.
And then at one point, we talked about this before.
Sure.
Someone told me that IVF was not going to work for me. And at that point, the Wisconsin Fertility Institute was just forming, and they had a special where you
special.
There was a special.
Ooh, yay.
Buy one baby, get one free, or what?
I think they had a round of 3. You could pay for a round of 3, and if you didn't go home with a baby, you got X amount of the money back.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
something. Still,
Yes.
I appreciate places that do that kind of thing.
Bazillions of dollars.
It is expensive.
So expensive.
So which isn't fair and should probably not be that way, just as a side note.
Yeah.
My husband and I decided that we were not going to do that then, because that was a lot of money and it was incredible stress. Our bodies were stressed. Our minds were stressed. Our relationship was taking a hit. Not only that, but the way I was treating my body and what I could put in it, be around, all of that was stressing out our friends. Yeah. I remember showing up to dinners and somebody would make something, I'd be like, "Oh, that's not on my menu right now. I can't eat that." And then thinking,
"Oh my gosh,
what a dick move of me. That was so rude and probably not even right." But that was the advice I was given at the time.
So how did you find out what foods you should and shouldn't have eaten?
Oh, I'm sure part of it was Google and the World Wide Web and other people. And this fertility group that I was in, I also don't like infertility. The fertility group, the fertility group that I was in, the women had different books to read.
Okay.
So we read.
Did you ever do one of those food sensitivity tests? I think it was an LCAT.
Yes. That's what I did.
Yeah, I did that too. And then it told you, like, these are the foods you should eat. These are the foods you can't eat. These might bother
It's like
you
blood work.
I don't know. I did end up one time doing a scope for my stomach because someone thought maybe I had not celiac, but some sort of wheaten or gluten intolerance, which first off, the doctor was not kind about it. He thought I was like a hypochondriac.
Oh.
But it was an invasive. I had to be put out in a tube down my throat. So, and it was fine. Everything was fine, but
the lengths that you go through to get to your ultimate goal.
Yeah.
A baby,
a family, which, now I wish I would have known a family. So then the IUIs didn't work out, Eric and I decided we were just not going to have babies and we were just going to be our family.
Yeah.
And
I love that you just referred to the two of you as a family. Cause that's like a pet peeve of mine when people are like, "Oh, when are you starting a family?" Like, I am a family. My husband and I are a family. You don't need a baby in it.
Yes.
Or a kid. Ugh, so thank you.
Well,
anyway, sorry.
Your your expectation of family and my expectation of family are very different, and neither one is better than the other. And, right. And
Yes.
I've always thought of that too. And then on our 10th wedding anniversary, my sister called and said, "There is a baby. This woman is 6 months pregnant. She thought she was 6 weeks pregnant, and in the state she lives in, the abortion laws were so, and she was too far along that was not an option for her anymore." And so I was communicating with my sister, which was really hard and weird. But this woman wanted to give up the her little boy for adoption.
Prior to that, Shannon, did you think that you and Eric, you were done? You were going to do IVF. You were done with IUI. Mm-hmm. Did you ever think about adoption?
I think we never totally took it off the table, but we didn't. Well, that's not true. We did actively search a little bit at, I think we went to 2 meetings maybe early on, and one might have been a foster care and one was just adoption.
Sure.
I don't know just adoption, but yeah, we did. And I can't remember why we stopped that, but we did.
But
we
then
did look
your
into it.
sister calls.
Oh, yeah.
And this...
Well, my sister called and said, so this little boy, the mom is having a boy. Would you consider? And we were like, well, yeah. And that was more stress than I think all of the IUI and the IVF combined, because in Texas, where they're from, we had to have a lawyer for her. We had to have a lawyer for us.
Oh, yeah. All the lawyers.
All the lawyers.
And none are, like, anyway, I won't tangent on lawyers yet.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah. Well, it was huge.
It is. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
You don't realize. Anyway, keep going.
Well, and the probability of her deciding to keep the baby was really high, and we didn't understand all of that.
Right.
So I don't remember how we got a lawyer in Wisconsin and we got a lawyer in Texas. I had just put in my FMLA because his due date was also my sister's birthday.
Oh.
And I very well remember this happening at work, and you coming and telling me, and how there's excitement, there's nervousness, there's the unknown.
So
your
many
plans
feelings.
again have changed in a totally different direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we were going to just retire at 45. That was
I remember that.
we're just going to pay off all our bills.
Just
and
kidding.
Then, not even close anymore. And the day I signed my FMLA papers, and I think we were going to pay the lawyer that afternoon, I got a call from my sister, and she said she's keeping the baby.
Thanks for listening today. That's all we have time for, but please join us next Monday for part 2 of Shannon's interview. We will leave you with some inspiration from Dolly Parton today. The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain. Thank you for listening and being a part of our community. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
If you'd like to connect, we can be reached at podcastfromtheretohere@gmail.com. We hope you continue on this journey with us.